Alright, how we doing, folks? Your boy Marcos with 205 numbers after the name. Got yourself a little Infinite Warfare here, man. Got yourself some Jackal gameplay, Freestyle Friday. You know, throwing up anything. And I talked about it a little bit on the review, man. I wanted to get you guys this footage up here so you guys can kind of see a bit of what a Jackal mission looks like. You know, if you guys haven't had the opportunity to play the campaign yet or whatnot. And it's pretty cool, man. Like, it's pretty, like, epic experience. Like I said in the review, like, I don't have any problem. I think it's done pretty well, honestly. I kind of like the Jackal missions. I just don't like the amount of them necessarily. Like, I don't really care enough to having a bunch of Jackal missions set in the game. But in terms of just having them, though, in terms of the gameplay or whatnot, it's pretty cool. It's really simple and basic commands, you know, and you can really get vehicles done wrong in the game, and I think it's kind of a testament to just how good Call of Duty is year in, year out, man. Especially control-wise, you know. The number one reason why I like Call of Duty games and why I play them is just the gameplay and how, like, well it's done and how well it's played and whatnot. Like, year in, year out, whether they introduce new elements or not, they're always going to give you a tight gameplay experience, you know, as compared to almost nobody that could deliver that, you know. When you go and look at a game like a Gears of War, right? And I got this fresh in my mind because I just beat Gears 4 the other day. When you look at them play Gears of War, everything played pretty smooth, especially like in the new one. This was pretty good. But you look back at like Gears 1, where you had to like go on that damn little what the hell was that thing called? I don't remember. That little tank thing, whatever, that they had in Gears 1. Come on, man. Like, that thing was mad obtuse. You go and look at a game like Halo, right? This is a premier franchise from Microsoft or whatnot. That Warthog, I still don't really know how to use it, man. Like, you kind of have to, you eventually get good at it, right, with time and whatnot, just playing it. But that's not how things work, like, or that's not how things should work. Like, you shouldn't have to just figure out bad controls over time just cause, like, you played it a lot. Like, these things should be a little more intuitive. These things should be a little more simple. Like, you grab them, you figure them out, and you're like, okay, cool. And that's kind of what I felt with the Jackal. It didn't take me too long to figure out how the Jackal goes. There's a couple buttons over here, you know, like, you just kind of get into the habit of using the flares with the LB or whatnot. The rockets also are like separate than the machine gun fire or whatever. But that's very simple. That's like learning the controls kind of deal. That's not a big deal. But in terms of the actual flying, getting from point A to point B, couldn't have been smoother. You know, I honestly couldn't believe how smooth it was. I compared, like I said in my review, I haven't played a crazy amount of space shooters like Ace Combat and none of that stuff. Like, I don't really play into that stuff. But I can compare it to like a game like Star Fox, and it's a little bit unfair, right? Because Star Fox is, after all, running on rails. So there's limited as to what you're even controlling in Star Fox. You're kind of going forward, you know. It's like Super Mario Run, you know what I'm saying? Like it's limited of what, like, the controls of Super Mario Run are good. All right, well, Mario's already running. Like, you know, you already lost like half the control. Like, half the battle of what you're doing is already gone. Whereas in this, there's nothing going on here. I mean, you are moving. Like, you can't kind of stand still in space or whatever. But you could brake, you could go down, you could do barrel rolls, you kind of do it, but you do it all yourself, you know. And it gives you a good feel as to like where you are at all times, and you get a little bit lost in dogfights, but I think that's natural. I mean, it's kind of crazy, like, especially if you're like trying to flip your damn ship over and around and try to lose guys or whatever. I think it's pretty good, man. It's I don't want to say it's repetitive. It's just, it's a little bit too much for my taste. Like, I like my Call of Duty grounded, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be on the ground and whatnot, flying around and doing all that kind of crazy stuff in the ship. It was cool. It was a novel experience, but I don't really know. And take this also with a grain of salt. I played it on veteran, you know. So there's always big differences as to how you play your Call of Duty. If you're playing it in veteran, you're getting a much different Call of Duty than you are if you play it on, like, whatever the other modes are, normal, I guess, something like that, or hardened, you know what I'm saying? I think maybe hardened might be the best mode to play a Call of Duty game in terms of its difficulty or whatnot. Veteran could get a little bit obtrusive, even though I think veteran's gotten easier over the years. Like, I'd be veteran here without no problem. Whereas if you go try to be veteran on World at War, woo, good luck. But I'd be veteran with no problems in this game. So take it with a grain of salt what I'm saying in terms of the difficulty of the dogfight sometimes. If you're playing it on an easier mode, obviously it'll be a little easier and it'll be a lot more enjoyable. Maybe it won't be that repetitive because you'll be flying through it a little bit more. I didn't die too much. I did die some. But overall, I just felt the experience was a little bit repetitive, but very well done. Your boy Marcos. We out at 3000, yo.